maybe. It is Monday, October the 3rd, 2022. I am James. You are you. We are here. And by the sounds of that spooktacular and scary music, it can only mean one thing. It is the season of the witch. Halloween month is officially upon us. As I have said for years now on this episode, not much of a Halloween person. I do my due diligence and I do my best to spread Halloween cheer because there are the fans out there. There are the candy eaters, the costume wearers, and the pumpkin carvers. It is a month for goblins, ghosts, ghouls, and so much more. So what I do is I celebrate at the behest and the behalf of others. Heck, I've even decorated. Got our trademark at-home pumpkin on display, and tonight we are kicking off the scariest time of year with one of the only ever sequel episodes that we have done from the people that brought you Choctober, the episode that no one believed in. This time last year, I said to our guests, an entire panel, guys, we're going to do a full-blown hour on chocolate bars. No one believed it could be done. I said, just trust me. Dimitri was the tech on that fateful night, October 1st, 2021, I do believe. I had to take that young whippersnapper out back and tell him a thing or two about a thing or two. And dare I say, it is and was one of the most memorable episodes in at-home history. But I like to get crazy. I like to get a little nuts. And if you're asking yourself, how do you dare find a way to match or even top what you did last year? Baby, we are going to open this sucker up. The Cool Breeze lover has got a surprise for you because it's not just about chocolate tonight. It's about tricks, treats, sweets, anything and everything eatable that has to do with the Halloween season is what we are going to be talking about tonight. But the question you might be asking yourself is, who are all these wees that you keep referring to? Well, I could give you a rundown, list them off name by name, their accolades, or I could open the tomb, open the sarcophagus, unlock the caskets, and let all the ghouls and the ghosts and the goblins out. See, this is what happens when I try to get myself into the Halloween spirit. I got to do all these disgusting voiceovers and characters, but I don't. And I won't because the guests are now on their way. Please welcome the Tricks, Treats, and Sweets panel to tonight's episode. This is very exciting. Let us begin with the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour, funky like a monkey. He's in front of so many sweets and treats. Dave, you were not here at Choctober last year. You're making your Halloween panel debut. How does it feel? How does it feel now?
Feels pretty good. I'm a little nervous to be around all these Choctober veterans, but hoping I can hang in there myself.
All right. Well, I think you're going to do more than hang in there. I think you're going to bring a lot to the table. I want to quickly move over to Monika Schneider, who just raced here from work as we began our production call. I was on air doing my intro. Monika not in the call. It couldn't have gone smoother. Monika, not only how was your evening of work? How do you feel to be back? The sequel to Choctober.
To quote Dave, I'm hanging in there.
Ooh, very scary. And also maybe triggering for some. let's
That was
let's
mine.
go.
I don't have Halloween paraphernalia, so it has to be in my mind.
Oh, yeah, I quite like that. Well, hold on. Your hoodie looks a little maybe is it a little scary? Oh yeah, Monika playing a street predator. Let's move on to a guest we rarely see on this show. Often needs coercing and a little bit of tummy rubbing to get here. Totally decked out in Halloween garb, also suffering from COVID-19. Ariel De Roo, the scariest virus you can get.
Dave, you should be frightened of us.
Yeah, the side effects of COVID-19 turn you into a pervert. And when you talk about guests that need coercing to be here, you can't say that without Jess Fildes. But Jess, you were here throughout the month of October last year. Halloween is your time to shine. How does it feel to be back, a Choctober original?
It feels wonderful and it feels spooky.
Now, it does feel spooky. I want to quickly begin. I want to go around the horn here a little bit. I think it's important to recap. And may I say, for a Monday night on the At Home show, many, many months and years into a pandemic, pretty good crowd. I say that and numbers start to dwindle.
James, can I interrupt you for a second?
Of course.
We had a few people say that it's spooky in here, but I don't find it that spooky. I was thinking maybe I add some spooky music in the background. Now, I'm just a Choctober virgin, but, I'm thinking maybe of coming in and spicing it up a little bit.
All right, so you're basically asking permission from, for lack of a better term, the At-Home Midnight Society.
Yeah.
Jess, Ariel, Monika, how do we feel about some spooky backing tracks?
All right. That's two
out.
thumbs up.
All right, well,
3 thumbs up. All right, I'm going to try it. Let me know if it's too loud. And I'm not saying that, and I'm going to put it really loud, so you have to let me know it's loud. 1 second.
Not loud enough.
I think it could be a little dimmer. Yeah, that's good. I feel like, Dave, you searched Halloween polka music.
Oh, yeah. This is from the Yankovic collection.
Yeah, this is a Weird Al Halloween song. Well,
Let's
Dave,
go
I
to the
think
Legion.
as someone who's just handed in their V card, you've done a great job in satisfying the At-Home Midnight Society. I want to begin by going around the horn a little bit. Certainly, we talked about this last year, but I think it's important to touch on it for people who were not here last year. Monika, let's quickly go to you. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rank yourself as a Halloween person?
Oh. I want to say 10, but I know others who are even more enthusiasts. So I have to put myself maybe at an 8, even though I feel inside I'm a 10, but it may,
Okay.
I may not show. Okay.
All right, so we've got an 8. Dave, let's go to you. Scale of 1 to 10.
I got to be 3.5.
All right, so I would say that I veer towards you, if not a little bit lesser than you.
I could go pretty low. I could go lower.
All right. Ariel, let's go to you. I think it's going to be high on the scale.
6, baby.
All right, so the scale is now imploded. Jess, how do you top that?
Yeah.
All right, you can't, so we'll just give you around 10. Again, we came together last year to discuss everything to do with chocolate during the month of October. I think it's important, once again, that we recap. I want us to quickly, as our first topic of discussion, go through what our fondest Halloween chocolates are. Dave, since you were not here last year, let's go to you. When it comes to chocolate around the Halloween season, what do you enjoy? Alternatively, what do you not enjoy?
Well, I feel like there's sort of two staple boxes of chocolates that you can get. One, I believe, is like a Mars bar, a Snickers bar. I think there's Skittles in there, and there might be something else, and that's the one to get, I think. And then
Okay, so you're talking about like the variety pack box.
yeah, the variety pack box, and then there's a second variety pack box that's like Smarties, Kit Kat, Coffee Crisp, and maybe one other bar, and that's
It might be O. Henry in there.
could be O. Henry. That's the one not to get, I think.
Well, this
Strongly
is
disagree.
Yeah, I want to go to you, Monika, because I also disagree. I love an O. Henry. I love Kit Kat. I will say, though, I do not like Coffee Crisp. This was a huge point of contention last year, which brought up many people's beef of the night.
Yes.
Monika,
Okay, so
let's go to
mine-
you.
Yeah. Me?
Let's go to you. You strongly disagree. Tell
So,
me more.
yeah,
tell
strongly.
me more.
I'm one of the beefers that love Coffee Crisp.
All right.
What's a beefer?
Well, apparently it's
Beefer,
Monika.
someone who got beef, girl, and you
All
can
right.
yeah.
Ariel, let's go to you. How do you feel about Dave's picks? And also, let's go into our own picks. We're gonna crack this baby open.
No, Dave's pick sucked. My favorite box has Mr. Big. It has Butterfinger, Crispy Crunch. You know that box? And there's one more in there. But that's a
Now,
good
I just want to
box.
say, I don't know if I've seen Ariel on this show more open and silly. It almost seems like you had a couple glasses of wine before the show.
No, I have a virus.
All right. Now, Jess, we talked about this last year. I believe this was someone else's. I think this was Ariel's beef of the night. You've moved on to a vegan lifestyle, so you don't eat any of these chocolates anymore. How do you feel about Dave's, but your own?
Dave's is fine. I definitely prefer Reese's Pieces. So
Hold on, Reese's Pieces or the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup?
peanut butter cup. Sorry.
Okay. Apology accepted.
But
I
wait,
have to say, I really like that Jess brought up Reese's Pieces because I
Yeah.
don't think it's brought up enough, and I feel like it might be more of an American thing. I feel like we don't have it much in Canada.
I agree. I think they are more popular in America. I also like Reese's Pieces.
But I like.
I will say this.
Not about-
Little known fact, there is actually no wrong way to eat a Reese's.
Yeah, well, thank you for that little known fact. Ariel, let's go on to you. I want to hear about some of your favorites.
okay, but I got a question for Jess. I'm carrying on my beef from last year.
Mhm.
Jess, what kind of chocolate are you eating this year? If she doesn't eat chocolate, would she?
Well, yeah, if it's vegan chocolate, the answer is bad.
Yeah. What's she doing here? That's what I want to know. Anyway, what are my favorites? Butterfinger.
Whoa, a Butterfinger. Now, Monika, you talked about how the Reese's Pieces more American. I would say a Butterfinger falls under the American banner of sweets and treats. How do we feel about the Butterfinger? Gets caught in my teeth. I don't love it.
Never had one.
No.
I would say it's comparable on some level to a Crispy Crunch, but a Butterfinger's also peanut buttery.
Yeah.
Dave, what about you?
I like a Butterfinger. Everything that Ariel said in her box is great chocolates.
Easy now, easy.
No,
Okay,
that's
okay.
my box.
Okay.
I don't know if we're counting Ariel's box on the Halloween tricks,
Jeez
treats, and
Louise.
sweets.
You
Don't give
guys.
that out to Don't give that out to kids this year. See, this is the thing. It didn't get very naughty last year, but maybe look, Halloween's a naughty time of year, and they don't come any naughtier than the resident horny chatters here. The mermaid lovers write, quote, "Looking good, Dave," with the drooling emoji. They also write, "Who's the lumber jack-o'-lantern on the left?" Oh, it's James, featuring the disturbing lips and mouth emoji. So, guys, we're off to a good start now that we're talking about Ariel's box. Also coming in from the chat, from the real Andrew Mackay, he chips in with the Arrow bar, the peanut butter cup, but he's also got some candies that we're going to save for later on because we did not discuss candies. How do we feel about Arrow? This was a big point of discussion. I prefer the Mirage bar.
I like
Too much air.
All right, so the reviews are in too much air.
I
on
like
Arrow and Mirage.
it's a simple bar, but it's pretty good. I like a simple chocolate bar sometimes.
I agree. I also like a simple bar. Jess, let's go to you.
I like the old design of Arrow better than the new design of Arrow. Like they rounded it out
Yeah.
recent years. Like I
Okay,
don't know,
so that bothered you a little bit.
it did. I liked it when I was a kid, and it was like more sharp corners.
Well, I'll jump in with this. Has anyone noticed that the box of Smarties has gotten smaller? Also, I don't like Smarties. I'm an M&M man.
Shrinkflation.
Yeah. Totally. Totally.
All right, now, do we want to chip in anything else related to chocolate? This is why we're blasting through this, because we did a full hour on chocolate last year. I also did Redux segments with other guests. Do we have anything else to say as it pertains to Halloween chocolate? Monika, you're thinking and you're tinkering. Does anything come to mind?
I'm thinking E.T. ate Reese's Pieces.
Yeah.
And he's a bit of an alien and there was a Halloween scene in E.T. So I feel like Reese's Pieces are strongly becoming a favorite Halloween of mine right now in this moment.
Okay, I love it. Yeah, I think this is a great way to round this out. What's our Halloween chocolate all-star in 2022? Dave pulling the Sima Ahmed with the hand up. Dave, let's go to you.
Has anybody tried, there's like a Reese's cup with Reese's Pieces in it. It's like a Reese's jumbo cup. Anybody tried
There's
that?
also some with potato chips in it.
Really?
Both are
Yes.
delicious. Both are delicious.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm on my must try of 2022 before October 31st.
All right, plenty of time, Monika. Dave, what's your Halloween chocolate all-star?
I'm gonna go probably back to a Mars bar.
Right, Jess, let's go to you when you could eat fun candy.
Reese's peanut butter cups.
All right, Ariel, your Halloween all-star. Now remember, this doesn't necessarily apply to other times of year. It's just when you think Halloween, you think this bar.
Same Reese's peanut butter cup, but the Halloween styled one. So you open it and it's a little pumpkin.
Okay,
Exciting.
I'm gonna go with the Snickers. When I think Halloween chocolate, I think the Snickers bar, and I also love the Snickers. It's great if you're hungry. Monika, let's go to you.
Question for the panel. At Halloween, does chocolate taste better in the little mini size that they come for trick-or-treat bags? Me, I would
Great
say
question.
yes.
This is a great question.
Curious.
Does our mind play a trick on us that makes mini fun size better? Dave, let's go to you. You seem skeptical but intrigued.
I think, well, our mind might be playing a treat on us if we all are enjoying this. But, yeah, I think I enjoy having a large... I'm always more of a tapas guy, so...
You like Halloween tapas.
These are Halloween tapas. Yeah, exactly.
All right. Do we, and now both Jess and Ariel, you voted yes. So it seems like there's an agreement that there's this sense that the chocolate tastes just a little bit better than its fun size.
Well,
Right, so-
well, that brings us to another question, though.
Okay.
Like, because none of us, I don't think, well, you guys can answer. Have you ever gone to a house and gotten a full bar? Because that's never happened to me
Yeah.
when I was a kid.
I have.
I'm joking.
Now it most certainly has happened to me at some point or another, but not to the point that it sticks out. Now, another friend of the show, Mark Polisel, he only comes on the show once a year at Halloween. He has gone on record as someone who spends $200 on full-size bars, only gives those out to trick-or-treaters. Mark will be here in a couple weeks, so he's a very
That's a
sick
good
man.
person.
Yeah.
Good person.
Well, one person's good person is another person's sick person. I want to quickly ask Dave a question here. Bro, what happened to the backing track?
Yeah.
It's still there, but it was a bit distracting, so I turned it off in the internal chat.
Oh, so to us it's silent, but to the audience it's there.
Yeah, it's there, but it's pretty low. But for my headphones, it's really loud.
Oh, sounds awful. We're going to put a button on this. We're going to the Mermaid Lovers, resident horny women in our chat. They say, as it pertains to the chocolate bars, size doesn't matter. So they like it either way.
It's the motion of the ocean.
It's the motion of the ocean, and that motion is guiding us to our next topic. We did not discuss this last year, so this is where things get new and exciting. Halloween candy. We're not talking chocolate. What do we like? Now, earlier in the chat, I referenced this. The real Andrew Mackay wrote, Rockets and Sour Patch Kids. I love Rockets.
I love rockets.
I love Sour Patch Kids.
Those are pretty good too.
And
I'm gonna
Sour
say.
Patch.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
I'm gonna say rockets stink.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Now why do they this is where the fun gets to be had. Why do rockets stink? You don't like the chalky residue?
They taste like chalk. They're not like you have like 2 of them and you're like, okay, I get it, and then you have the whole roll left over. It's you feel like shit after eating them.
Well, how many are you
And-
eating?
They're like a theatrical prop from when you play Doctor. That's all they're good for. Seriously.
What the hell are you talking about?
Like when you're a kid and you're playing Doctor, you use rockets because they're like, oh, here's your medicine.
All right, well, you were playing a different type of doctor than we were.
Hey, Ariel, are those glasses prescription?
Yeah, it's from the same doctor who's prescribing rockets.
Yeah.
Now, Monika, I want to go to you. How do you feel about rockets?
I really like rockets. Now, I generally don't like candy. I used to, but my tastes have changed.
I'll tell you what happened. You grew up. You grew up like the rest of us. Some of us, you and I, we've grown up a little bit.
Yes, so. But I do appreciate, and maybe it's a childhood thing, I always liked that sugary, kind of like Fun Dip, you know, I liked the rockets, but within reason. You know, I couldn't have tons. I'd take a chocolate bar or a bag of chips over rockets any day, but it was like, as it thinned out, my chocolate and chips were gone, rockets were like my next.
Oh yeah, rockets and what I'll get to next, but I want to go to Jess. Jess, how do you feel about rockets?
I feel like rockets were always the last thing in my pillowcase when I was.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like it was like I would eat everything else, and then the rockets would be left over, and I would eat them. But I was never like, these are awesome.
No, I'm on the same page as Monika. I do like them from a nostalgic standpoint. I'll probably eat one little roll of rockets a year if I'm lucky, but it's not like I'm going out of my way to buy friggin' rockets.
Now, I've got
Monika,
another little known fact.
Oh, go for it.
In the United States of America,
oh yeah,
rockets are known as Smarties.
that's
And
true.
the
So
Smarties that are like M&Ms don't exist.
because it's a Canadian chocolate.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have
Monika,
mailed my cousin Smarties to the U.S.
I want to go back to you, Monika. You have
yeah. I have a potential beef with Jess.
Nice.
We'll see. If rockets are indeed the last candy in your bag,
Yeah.
does that mean, I assume, I haven't met anyone who hasn't received this candy, those little toffees and those orange wrappers with black witch.
Ooh.
Do you remember those? Because
Yeah, they're like molasses candies. Now, I was gonna
Rock
bring
hard.
those up later on.
That's nasty.
yeah,
for
they're
the-
nasty.
For the,
So I'm
for the
saying,
worst Halloween treats.
I
No,
think so. So
no,
I'm saying, does that mean Jess would eat those first over rockets? Because if so,
Now, things are getting really wild here. Jess, how do you respond?
That is a very good point. I did not think about the taffy. I think I blocked out the taffy from my.
fair. Good response.
Sure, those candies are old person Halloween candies. Ariel, I want to go to you. How do you feel about the rockets? How do you feel about the old person toffees?
Listen, last year at Halloween, I found a bag of those old person taffies, and I was so excited. I love them
You found
so
a bag.
much.
What, on the
No,
bus?
because
No!
like original kind, like the
Okay.
real one. I love them. I'm
Where-
an old person.
Where'd you find it?
Hey, Jean, too.
Oh,
Very excited.
Monika.
Okay, Ariel, do you love them for the vintage nostalgia visual, or do you actually like the taste?
No, when I got them, I called my best friend, and she was like, "Oh my God, save me some!" And then I had to save her some because there was so few bags.
This might be
Very
why
excited.
you might be veering into one of those old person tastes.
That's
Big
okay.
beef with you, Ariel. Huge.
Oh,
Yeah, this is unbelievable. Monika's given out 3 beefs so far.
are we allowed to give out beefs? You didn't tell us.
Self-proclaimed beef person. Dave, let's go to you. I think your hand was raised.
Oh, you can skip me. Those candies are nasty.
All right, let's go to Jess.
okay. So I thought the taffy was the worst, but I think I remembered my least favorite candy. that I wouldn't eat and I would actually throw out, and that was Tootsie Rolls.
Oh, I love a Tootsie Roll.
Ooh,
Like
I love a good Tootsie Roll.
They were so hard.
I'm with you, Jess. I didn't like them either. They were maybe a half a notch above those vintage toffees.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to splice in here. We're going to meld this together. We're talking about our favorite and least favorite candies here. I like a Tootsie Roll. Dave, it sounds like, ooh, you love a Tootsie Roll.
Love a good Tootsie Roll.
Ariel, how about you? How do you feel about Tootsie Rolls?
Meh.
Now, how do we feel about the fruit Tootsie Rolls? I have a bag of those. I bought a bag the other day. I love them. I love them so much, but for some reason they put vanilla in there. Vanilla, not a fruit.
Wait, you mean the lollipops? No.
No, not the lollipops.
You're
They're
thinking Tootsie Roll Pops.
They're the same as regular Tootsie Rolls, but they're flavored in fruit flavors.
Yeah, there's
Oh.
cherry, orange, lime, lemon, and vanilla, but I can't eat the vanilla ones.
I'll say this. I never liked Tootsie Rolls as a kid, but I've learned to appreciate them in my adulthood, especially now that I'm a father.
I love it.
It gives me a new perspective on Tootsie Rolls.
I want to jump in with this one. It's a classic. Generic Halloween suckers.
Oh
See-
no.
See-through wrapper. You got red, you got green, you got yellow, you got grape.
That was always at the bottom of my bag.
I'll tell you this much. I'll say this.
The box.
The box.
I'm gonna throw this out there. I think if I brought a bag of those suckers, people would be like, "Ugh, these are the worst," and then they'd start eating them. They'd have them in there because it's almost like
Suck them down.
people who like smoking cigarettes. Dave's right; they'd be sucking those suckers down. Dave, how do you feel about generic suckers?
I like them. I'm pro them. I would like to nominate something that stinks.
Yeah,
I'll eat this. I'll eat it, but I eat it with the acknowledgement that it stinks, and that's the double bubble gum that is like that pink roll that's so hard, and like you get jaw problems by chewing it.
I like that gum. I like the flavor of bubblegum flavored gum.
It
And
loses its flavor instantly.
I'm glad that you brought this up because gum, I never think about it when it comes to Halloween candy. How do we feel about whether it's Double Bubble or Bazooka Joe? How do we feel about gum as a Halloween treat?
What about chiclets? Does anyone remember
Oh, yeah.
chiclets in the little
course.
A
bar?
little like 2 or 3 in there. Yeah.
That was
I
exciting.
didn't mind those. They were exciting. You're right.
Yeah.
Now, what was the name
Again,
of that?
size. For me, that was because it came in a fun
Yeah.
size. You
Yeah.
only get two. You don't have to commit to a whole box.
Jess,
Yeah.
Popeyes.
Popeyes cigarettes?
Yeah.
I'm all in on the Popeyes cigarette. Dave, now you don't like rockets. What do you think about the Popeyes cigarette?
I love Popeye cigarettes. I like that you can teach kids the sort of the instinctual habitualness of the smoking act. That's cool. And I also, going back just a second, there was nothing. One of the great satirists of our time was the Bazooka Joe gum cartoons, which really were very humorous.
All right. I want to go back to gum for a
It's such
second.
a dad.
Yeah.
Such a
How do
dad.
we feel? Do we remember Thrills gum, the purple gum that
Oh,
tastes
yeah.
like soap?
Soap.
That's a classic Halloween gum.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Monica.
Is that the one that's the tiny pebbles in a bag?
No, those are Pop Rocks.
But I'm thinking, remember, wasn't there little tiny gums?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was. It was
Tiny
like Gold Rush.
gums?
Gold Rush or something.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
supposed to be gold from
Like
the
you,
Gold
you
Rush.
chew a bunch of them like it's chewing
Yeah.
tobacco, and the
Oh.
gum builds up in your mouth.
Oh, yeah, I do remember those. Yeah. Because there was a lot of, like, at the time, probably late 80s into the 90s, candy that would come in, like little plastic garbage tins or whatever. Like, it'd be in, like,
Yes.
fun.
Yes.
But were you
Garbage
getting those
tins.
at Halloween? That feels more like
No, they put
Japaner
those.
can. Okay, so we're off the
You
beaten
just
trail
said
here.
Japan.
Yeah,
I couldn't
Japaner.
remember. I just.
I want to get back to it now. In the chat, we talked about Sour Patch Kids. You'd get the fun-size packs of candies or jellies like that, Swedish berries. the you know the those like gummy big feet. How do we feel about jelly candies in the fun size? But I gotta say, big fan. A fuzzy peach? Wow.
My fave.
As long as they're not too stale, I'm all for them.
You mix up a fuzzy peach with a raspberry and make a sandwich.
Candy sandwiches?
It's really good. It's really good.
Now I want to throw something in here. This is the first item that we've discussed where there's a communal agreement. Jelly candies that are often covered in some type of granulated sugar.
Like a sour.
Yes. Yeah. Do we have any other fun like jelly candies we want to throw into the mix?
Yeah. Coke.
Oh,
you mean like cola flavored candy? They were on like a lower tier. Yeah, jellies like that, sure.
Yeah, I like that.
Not get those for Halloween.
No.
I never got that for Halloween.
Sometimes you get like root beer flavored ones.
Yeah.
Now, what about this? What about when you'd go to someone's house and they'd make their own fun bags of candy inside Ziploc bags? Loose candy inside Ziplocs. You never get away with that now. Someone would be like, throw those out. Those are gross.
Well, we used to get warned as a kid about not eating like unwrapped stuff. Some people would just give out peanuts, and that was always like just loose peanuts in a bag.
Who did that?
I would get that all the time as a kid.
Now,
you just get a bunch of peanuts.
I'll jump in here. Loose peanuts, apples, pennies. That's a staple of crappy Halloween. That's a full blown. That's a full trick. When you're saying trick or treat, they're getting you with a trick. Yeah, here's some peanuts. Peanuts are always at the bottom.
They wouldn't do that now because of allergies, but back in the day.
Oh, I disagree. I think some old timers in Quebec would for sure still give out old squirrel peanuts.
Maybe in the outskirts.
Yeah. Monika, let's go to you.
Oh, non-candy, but there was always a dentist giving out toothbrushes.
No, I never had this. I never got a toothbrush.
I did.
Now, coming in from the chat, this from a friend of the show, Kathy Fagan. She writes, "Does Mondu do Halloween candy?" Mondu is a brand of candy. I think they do like variety pack. I bet you there's some Mondu candies at Halloween.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jess definitely thought it was the pet store.
Yeah, well, because in the chat it's misspelled. Kathy has spelled it Mondou. The candy brand has an X at the end.
What is it though?
It's basically just, lesser than jelly candies, right? So maybe you'd get like it's a blueberry candy and a raspberry candy and a lemon gumdrop and things like that. Now, do we have any other Halloween candies that fit the bill here? We've gone through the gums. We've gone through the kind of the I don't even know how you define them. The rockets, the Popeyes cigarettes. Do we have anything else that comes to mind when it pertains to candy?
Right.
Skittles.
It's a great choice.
Yep. Never liked them.
I really like Skittles. I think Skittles are awesome.
Yeah, Skittles were a fun time.
Now, what about, was anyone getting any Warheads as a youngster?
Oh yeah.
What's that?
What? You don't know what a warhead is, Ariel?
Is that terribly sour candy that's got a sour powder on it, and you gotta like throw it in, you gotta suffer through the sour powder, and then it becomes like a tasty fruit.
Yeah.
It's like a not a jaw. I guess you could call it a jawbreaker. How about that? A jawbreaker.
For Halloween, they come in individual packets, and you pop one in, and you go, ooh, that's sour.
Yeah, that's yeah. You would go ooh, but sometimes I'll say this: when I didn't want to deal with the sourness, I'd run it under the faucet so I could just enjoy the fruity flavor of the. I'm not going to deny it. I came forward and admitted it for a reason.
That's a life hack.
It is a life hack. Yeah.
You didn't inhale?
Monika, let's go to you.
This isn't a candy, but it just came to mind thinking of candy. Is it Raisinets? Chocolate-covered raisins.
Glossettes. I love chocolate-covered raisins. Yeah.
There you go.
Now I think that was a point of contention at Choctober last year.
Okay.
I like glossettes, and there's also the peanut version.
Right.
Ooh, delish.
Hey, did anybody get this? This is candy. It was like a paper sheet with like dots on it.
Yeah, but at the deepener.
You
No.
ever got it for Halloween?
I think you mean Depaner.
Depend or
Yeah.
And I got one more question. Anybody have those
Yeah.
fizz? They're candies, but they fizz when you get to the inside of it.
that's a fizz.
Fizz,
I love
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But that's Daypenner too, I think.
I think.
What about at Halloween? We forgot to mention the tiny little packages of nerds.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
That was
that's a
so
good one.
cool because it was so miniature. It looked like it was from a dollhouse.
Yeah.
Okay, so it seems like we're circling around to this same idea that when it's tiny, it feels more fun. Why is
More
that?
exciting.
Why?
Because
get
you
less.
don't commit to a whole box of tasting it.
That's very interesting, Jess. I want to go to you. In addition to that, you were also very much anti some of the candies that were brought up.
I don't remember which ones already. Oh yeah, the glossettes. Ugh. But no, I think the tininess of it would also mean you could just eat more of it. So
Yeah.
deceptively more.
You can try all sorts
Yeah.
of different kinds.
But variety, more but
Yeah.
variety. I like the
Right.
variety.
Now, we've talked about fun-sized chocolates. We've talked about fun-sized candies. No Halloween would be complete without fun-sized chips,
Yes.
which brings us to chips. Now, I think as you get older, an elder trick-or-treater around, let's say 10, 11, 12.
Can I just pause you for a second, James? Ariel,
Yeah.
what were you doing there?
Now, I missed I missed it because it was in my peripheral.
Very
You
good.
You missed it. You missed it. Sorry, guys.
All
It's
right.
over.
All right.
There's some kind of dance going on.
Rewatch the show.
Yeah. If you want to see Ariel's dance moves, you have to rewatch to about the 44-minute mark of tonight's broadcast. As I was saying, 10, 11, 12, chips become a hot ticket item in your container of Halloween candy, or as Jess mentioned, the pillowcase. Jess, let's start with you. Potato chips.
Yeah, we always got regular Lay's.
Yeah.
Regular Lay's, a staple of Halloween. And I'll say this now,
Regularly.
one of my, oh my God, one of my least favorite chips now.
Neighborhood pervert coming in strong.
Yeah, it's almost like Monica's already dressed
I
for
got
Halloween.
butterfingers. I got
Oh.
butterfingers.
Oh my god.
Ariel, keep your box away from those Butterfingers.
Sorry, James. Go on.
It's very tough to transition from those Butterfingers from the neighborhood pervert. But you know what I will say? It's nice to see a female pervert on the prowl. Right? It's nice to have that female representation.
Thank you.
Do we all agree on the Lay's potato chips as trick-or-treaters? Dave, let's go to you. You know your way around a bag of chips.
I'll say this. Plain Lays aren't great, but it was fun getting them, but they do take a lot of Halloween bag space because of the air that's protecting the chips inside. So sometimes I feel like you'd think you'd have more candy than you did, but you just had a few bags of chips that were taking up all the space.
Okay, so
Point.
now did anyone, because, sorry, Jess, after you, continue.
I was just saying, I never thought about the space that chips take in a bag of candy.
Yeah, especially if you've got a pillowcase.
Yeah.
Dave, your parents were strict, so they probably sent you out with like the little pumpkin container.
No, I had a pillowcase, but NDG,
David, you gotta take one of these, or you're gonna have too much candy.
it's a terrible impression of my father.
Pillowcases for pillows, not for chips.
Doesn't sound like him at all.
It's Dave's
but-
dad, by the way. Sounds just like him.
So a topic that we might not touch upon, but some of the best areas for trick-or-treating, NDG was like top trick-or-treating real estate. You could fill up a full pillowcase pretty easily doing
Yeah,
a
but this
couple of
is,
walks.
I'm gonna say this is my beef of the night right now. That's a crap topic because Jess, Monica, and myself, we didn't grow up in Montreal.
Well, then you should want to know where to go.
Ariel, how do you? There's Ariel's Halloween dance. Ariel, how do you respond?
Yeah, I mean, I think my neighborhood when I was going wasn't great, but I go with Dave, NDG Westmount. That's where it was at, I think.
Honestly,
No.
Westmount not even that good because
Really?
they're too rich to care that much. They have it all. NDG, you go, you could fill a candy store.
Monica, how was Ottawa for Halloween?
Great. We had our classic route, down our block up to Woodlawn, maybe hit Homewood and hit up the avenues if we were lucky.
What about the Prime Minister's house?
What?
Yeah, you ever go to the Prime Minister's house, get some candy from Brian Mulrooney?
Too far. We'd have to get in the car and go. But some kids did.
You really like that one, Ariel?
Well, because you got it right.
Yeah. Jess, how was Pickering, Ontario?
It was good. Yeah. We used to go like up on the like surrounding neighborhoods and everything. We had also our route that we would go.
Well, I want to try to tether this to what Dave mentioned. Now, Jess, I had been to the home that you grew up in, your neighborhood. I'll say this right now. It looked like you grew up in the Westmount of Pickering. So is there any truth to what Dave is mentioning? Were you had a bunch of fuddy-duddies too rich?
Not in our neighborhood. Our neighborhood had a lot of kids, so like all of the families tried really hard to like at Halloween and stuff.
Right.
It was only after I was done celebrating like Halloween as a child that like the children were too grown up and parents stopped caring, kind of thing.
All right, so it's where Halloween went to die, Dave.
Yeah. I was also going to say, I don't know anything about Kittering, but Westmount, the issue is also that it's a mount.
Hold on, what did you just call it?
Whatever.
Kittering?
I don't know anything about anything.
Kittering?
What is it?
Pickering.
Yeah, that's what I said. Pickering. But Westmount's a mount. You got to walk up and down the mountain. That stinks.
Yeah. No, we didn't have a mountain.
Anyway.
Monica.
When you're ready to get back to candy, I have something.
That may have been the sassiest moment that I've ever lived in terms of communicating with Monica. Okay, we're gonna move away from best neighborhoods. We were already moved on from candies to chips and salty treats, but please, Monica, let's go back to
I've got another candy one too after Monica.
We're ready to go back to candy. We're ready.
But it just popped in my mind. Mini Twizzlers.
That's great. Twizzlers, nibs, licorice. Now in the chat, someone mentioned they hated black licorice.
I don't like black licorice.
I also don't.
And nibs are too thick.
What do you mean nibs are too thick?
They're too thick.
I agree, Dave.
Hold on. I'm going to say this, that I don't think that they're any more thick than a Twizzler.
You're crazy, man. They're too dense. Twizzlers have the air hole in it. You can use them like a straw.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Dave, it's
hard
so
to do.
exciting to do that.
Yeah, but what about the Twizzlers where you like peel the pieces off?
Yeah, but then you'd be able to peel them, separate them. Nibs, you're stuck with this thick nib.
I love
I'll say this too. Starburst.
Ooh, great.
Ooh, delicious.
Jess, how do you feel about Twizzlers? Monica hates. Is Monica, you gonna pull out another beef of the night?
It's not a beef. I just don't like Starburst. That's it.
Sounds like a beef.
Jess, what do you think about nibs?
Nibs, they're fine. I was always more of a Twizzler person, but not at Halloween when I go to the movies.
Now, do you ever use it as a straw for your soda?
No, but that is something you can do.
It's exciting. Oh, whoa, that's a beef veiled.
Yeah,
non-beef language.
That was veiled. Monica, let's go to you, raising your hand like we're in grade 4.
It's just an observation. Halloween, we get minis, right? Minis of everything we've been talking about. Small Twizzler. Movies, opposite. Twizzlers, you have to buy the huge bag. And
Yeah, that's a great point.
And you can go to a
The
movie.
opposite of Halloween candy is movie candy.
You can go to a movie called
my
Halloween. Anyway, I'm done for the night. Bye.
We should just end the episode here.
Bye, babe.
Ariel, you're all fired up. What's on your mind over there?
Well, I said today that I never have to eat licorice again and I wouldn't care. I literally said that today. So,
To who?
The devil?
my friend, to the devil.
You made a deal with the
Reflection in
devil.
mirror.
Now, I want to quickly jump back. Do we have anything else to contribute when it comes to chips?
No, but
Were
I got
there
a
any other
candy.
chips, really?
I got
Were
an
there other
unconventional candy.
chips are an
No,
unconventional.
I just occurred to me a candy that's unconventional.
Okay, let's go back to candy.
And then back to the chips for me.
And this
Back to
this one's gonna separate the room, I think.
Uh-oh.
It's a divisive candy, and it's a York peppermint patty.
That's a Christmas candy.
But
Yeah, I never
there's
get
one
that.
behind Dave. There's one behind Dave.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
one.
but that's just a pile of candy. That could be from any holiday.
No, this is from Halloween.
Yeah.
Uh,
that's Dave's
I
pile.
don't think I ever got a York peppermint patty for Halloween.
I have.
That must have been an
I
NBG
have.
thing.
I have. It's a Montreal thing, guys.
I would go to one house, they'd give full York peppermint patties.
Yeah, size of frisbees.
Yeah.
I want to go to Jess and Monika. Were you guys getting York peppermint patties in Ontario?
No.
Monika, you're with me, right? The peppermint patty, it's a Christmas candy.
Christmas. Yeah.
All right. We'll save that for we'll save that. What'd you say now there?
With you too.
Huh?
I'm with you too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
What?
Who said Monika?
Yeah, but Monica's a Halloween person. Me and Monika, we're Halloween people. Jess, you're over there with a Halloween blanket. You got all your little friends behind
You
you.
meant Christmas. But
Yeah, you keep, but you just said you're a Halloween person, so.
Yeah, you just said you're Halloween people.
Me?
Yeah, you just
Yeah,
said that,
that's what you
James.
said.
Moron.
Watch it back, James. Watch it back.
Watch
It was a, that was a,
back.
that's, put that in the blooper, blunder, and boner reel. Let's go back to chips. Monika, you got any chips?
First of all, great show. Second of all, mini bags of cheesies, Doritos. Loved those as well that would come. And for those that, yes.
Yeah, Jess showing off your boyfriend there.
Do you guys remember back when Hostess made little bags of chips with those metallic silver? I love those.
Yep.
I think those are my favorite plain chips.
Little known
But I
fact.
love cheeses. I love the cheeses. What's that?
That monster is not Frankenstein. It's Frankenstein's monster.
Well, Dave is coming in with a lot of great little-known Halloween facts tonight.
How do you, Dave?
I feel like Humpty Dumpty used to give out, or people used to give out Humpty Dumpty chips too.
Yes,
Mhm.
for sure. I was trying to
What
think of
else, like-
maybe the other
I feel like you'd also get a bag of Yum Yums as well, a bag of Yum Yum chips.
Nope.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Rock-
know no one piped up at all about cheesies. No, any thoughts on cheesies?
I don't know if I consider that a Halloween snack. Jess, let's go to you.
I got cheesies for trick or treating.
Yeah.
On occasion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't stick out to me as a Halloween salty treat. Dave, let's go to you. Your brows are furrowed. Are you thinking about it?
Thinking about cheesies, I don't think I've... No, I have gotten them.
All right. Now we
And
touched
Dave?
on this earlier. We talked about the peanuts. We talked about the disgusting molasses candies. Do we have any that stand out to us? And we'll tack onto this here. The worst Halloween treats. I brought up getting pennies, getting apples, any other terrible treats. Ariel.
We forgot raisins, guys.
Oh, a
Like,
box of
just
raisins.
a box of raisins. The worst.
Gross.
The worst.
I'll jump in here and say that I did eat the raisins. I like raisins.
Of
Do I
course you
need to get
do.
them? That feels pointed.
But
It
wasn't your
was.
mom worried about glass in the raisins?
Oh yeah. Everyone never knew that the crazy villains were putting glass in raisins.
No, I thought the crazy villains were putting razor blades in the apples.
Yeah.
Yes.
And glass in the raisins.
Imagine you chew into an apple and there's a razor blade in there.
It really puts a damper on your Halloween.
Yeah. Yeah, you have bloody mouth.
Yeah, you can't eat your frisbee-sized York peppermint patty.
It would sting.
I'll end my thought is I don't think you need raisins in a bag of Halloween candy, but I did eat them and I love raisins.
Now, what's the
Wow.
weirdest thing anyone's ever gotten from trick-or-treating?
Piece of cake, styrofoam
Yeah.
wrapped on a foam plate.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Very similar. Yeah. Yeah. Same.
How about you, Jess?
I don't think I got anything that weird that stood out. At least nothing I can remember.
Monika, anything weird in
I
Ottawa?
got, it wasn't weird. I think I mentioned it last year, but the one homemade treat we were allowed to eat because it was the neighbor of my friend Anna Kudin. It was this old lady who made homemade caramel balls, and they were amazing.
Oh,
And it
see,
was-
that sounds fun. I also had a neighbor that would give out candied apples, but at the time I never ate them. I was like, oh, this is gross because it's like an apple wrapped in saran wrap. Yeah.
I'm gonna
But I
say
think-
this: candy
yeah.
apples suck.
I can't contribute. I don't think I've ever eaten one, but I would try it. I
They're
would try it.
impossible to eat. It's
I
too
don't
big.
like
I don't
I
think
love
I've-
them.
They stink.
What do
What
you
about
think,
a
Jess?
caramel apple? Sorry.
Better, because the caramel's soft. You can chew through it.
That was
Yeah.
another candy you'd often get is Kraft caramels. I love
Right.
that.
The square ones there, the little
Oh,
square
I'm about
ones.
to
Yeah.
I'm about to drop a bombshell. How did we not talk about this?
I know. Love them. Love them.
You know what's coming. I think
What?
I don't.
candy
No.
corn.
Oh, duh.
I
is
love
that?
candy corn.
I love it.
Put another dime in the jukebox,
I don't know what
baby.
it is.
That's really great. Yeah, the new lyrics. I love candy corn.
Put another thing in. No, God.
You just turned into put a lime in the coconut by Harry Nilsson. Okay, Monica.
Was candy corn the like pink corn or?
Pink corn. Monica, where have you been? It's a yellow, orange, and white. It's like a little tiny triangular
A
formation.
cone, like a little cone.
It's almost like
No,
a
I think Oh, did you say candy cone?
no
No.
candy corn. Do you not know
But it-
candy corn, Monica?
No, I think I've seen them and never touched it.
Oh, candy corn's great.
Speaking of cones, I remember sometimes I'd get those cones with a little marshmallow on top, like it was like
Oh, yeah,
ice cream
yeah.
with like a marshmallow.
Yeah, those suck.
Those
suck.
stink.
Yeah, I agree. They do stink. Jess, I think it sounds like you hate candy corn.
I don't hate candy corn. I don't eat it anymore, but I loved it when I was a kid. I remember having like this is a really strange non sequitur memory, but I remember having those like little pumpkins as well, like the little jack lanterns with the green stem.
Oh yeah, they're
Candy
it's just like coagulated sugar.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. And I remember playing with like my dollhouse when I was a kid, and like playing with the candy corn and the little pumpkin. Anyways,
Love that.
It says a lot.
It's a beautiful memory, Jess.
Monica.
Is it too late to bring back chocolate?
So, is it too late? We did a full 1 hour on it last year. Monica, it is not too late.
Came into my mind. Did any of you ever get the little tiny circle chocolate wrapped in orange foil that made it look like a jack-o'-lantern?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we
Oh,
talked about
yeah.
we talked about Dollarama chocolate
Yeah,
last
that's-
year.
Your
Was
Dollarama.
that Dollarama chocolate? Okay. I
yeah.
just remembered those, handful thrown in the bag.
It ain't
Well, how do we
artisanal, that's
feel
for sure.
about those?
It's not artisanal.
Dave is very sassy tonight. Ariel, I want to go to you. How do you feel about candy corn?
Ooh, I love it.
Ariel, why don't you just come on this show more often?
No, once a year.
You
once
should
a
get
year.
COVID all the time.
Yeah, Ariel's more fun when she has COVID. Dave, how do you feel about candy corn?
I don't
Want
like
to put
it.
another dime in the jukebox?
I feel like it's too hard.
No, it's not
No.
hard.
No? Maybe mine was stale when I had it. I haven't had it in
Sharpen
years.
your teeth, Dave.
Now, I don't want to bring Christmas in here, but periodically you will find Christmas candy corn, and the color is Christmas colors.
Yep.
Really?
Terrible.
But I associate it to Halloween. Monica,
Does candy corn taste
the most
like
polite pervert at Halloween.
People can't see it on the stream, but Monica's raising her hand just
Oh
off
yeah,
frame.
it's true, yeah, because
Oh, is
we're
it
in
off?
condensed panels,
Oh.
yeah. Monica,
Does
tell us.
candy corn taste like popcorn?
No,
No.
it tastes just like it. All it does is taste sweet.
That's some sugar.
Yeah,
Nothing
maybe
to do with corn. Why is it called corn?
because it's meant to represent corn. The
It's
It
shape.
Seinfeld
looks like a
routine.
kernel.
Yeah, it's a little kernel.
So misrepresenting it.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
I
so
guess she's
Monica
a lawyer.
representing the population of female perverts feels that candy corn misrepresents the corn world. Jess.
What about Kinder Egg toys? Were those ever a thing at Halloween? Bringing it back to chocolate.
Kinder, that's a Christmas. That's a Christmas.
Big time Christmas stocking.
Yeah. Coming in from the chat, the real Andrew Mackay wants to know, James, what kind of candy do your mature girlfriends keep on their coffee tables? Well, certainly the molasses candy.
Yeah, James's girlfriend's a Werther's Original.
Yeah, licorice all sorts.
Polydent.
Scotch mints and Alka-Seltzer. Yeah, that's right, guys. I only date the elderly. Ariel, why don't you come on the show more often? I want to jump in here now. This is a bit of a subsidiary because it falls in the Halloween season. What about fall treats, right? Baked goods, anything that kind of feels Halloweenish. I think you can't have a Rice Krispie treat that isn't got Halloween Rice Krispie colors in there, right? Ariel.
Pumpkin cookies.
Oh,
Delicious.
I don't like pumpkin flavored nothing.
No. Oh,
No, it
so
tastes
good.
like oily diapers.
No, you would like them if I made them for you.
What about
You
a
would
sugar cookie in the shape of a pumpkin?
Delish.
Oh, like kind of like a Pillsbury. It's got like a faint pumpkin on it.
Yeah, exactly. It's all warped because the package kind of scrumpled it.
Oh yeah. That's a great call. Any other fall treats?
Brownies with like pumpkin sprinkles on them.
I'm gonna put this out there as well. I think sprinkles are so useless and disgusting. They contribute nothing to desserts. They're aesthetically pleasing, I guess, if you're a little baby. Sprinkles are for babies.
Wow.
Monica.
How do people feel about roasting the seeds from the freshly cut pumpkin and salting them? And
That sounds more appealing to me than eating actual pumpkin-based goodies.
I used to really like doing that.
Dave, how about you?
James, that would be a pumpkin-based goodie.
Hold on, I'm talking like pumpkin pie, pumpkin spice latte, pumpkin cookies, and all that other pumpkin pudding.
My issue with pumpkin seeds is you put like salt on them, but when you eat them, you only get whatever you put on them, and you don't actually get the seed. I feel like you just end up getting a bunch of gristle in your mouth that you spit out.
Welcome to Halloween.
That may have been an all-time response on this effing show. Do we have any other Halloween treats that aren't related to candy, chips, and chocolates?
Oh,
Now,
here's a question. I feel like I've gotten this for Halloween, but I don't associate it with Halloween, and that is the candy necklace.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I think that counts. I got candy necklaces for
The
Halloween.
odd one. Yep, the odd one. I've had.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, it's exciting because you think it's a rocket, but then it's a necklace.
And then you
Yeah,
just
you
like
get-
nibble it.
You
Yeah.
can wear it and
Put
look
that on
beautiful.
Yeah.
You're a raver.
A what?
A raver.
Oh, I heard something
Yeah.
else.
Yeah, I heard something else too immediately. Now, what about fall drinks, right? Now, what about some hot cider around the Halloween season?
I'm into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Spike it.
I
Now,
like
what do you
I like
spike
a
it with?
cloudy cider, not a clear cider.
All right.
Oh.
Jess,
Like
how
a
about
brown
you?
one.
I like cider, but also a London fog. Fall, whatever.
Yeah, but they sell those all year round.
I know, but it feels more exciting at fall.
All right. I don't agree, but I'll allow it. Monica, how about you? Fall drinks.
Not a fan of, but often see sold pumpkin lattes.
Yeah, they're disgusting. They're absolutely repulsive.
What about
Ariel,
this?
what do you think?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Dave. No, Dave.
What about this? A bowl full of Jello, but you think it's like guts.
Oh yeah, like spaghetti that you think is brains.
Ooh, wait, are we talking treats that scare now?
Yeah, like a bowl of eggs that you think are eyeballs.
All right, that'd be great. That'd be peeled grapes, James.
No, they're eggs.
Yeah.
Just- yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's spaghetti.
But it's a brain.
Yeah, but it's brains.
Yeah. Any other fall time treats, meals, desserts, anything of the sort, drinks?
Would we say like carrot cake is like a fall?
Ish, maybe.
I mean, yeah, I think if you forced the matter, it's
Oh.
like, guys, because I think if you're looking for fall things, it'd be like, I'm having an apple crumble. That's very,
That's what I
that's
was
very
gonna
fall.
say.
Yeah.
There we go.
Mm.
Yeah, like an apple crisp or an apple crumble. Yeah.
I like that.
With like a,
You interrupted, Ariel, your own thought to just go, you went with a, Ariel, why don't you come on the show more often? Now, guys, we're running out of time here. We're up against the clock. This is the moment in the show where do we have any final thoughts or omissions that are coming to us fast and furiously? Anything of the sort, whether it's chocolates, chips, candies, the best, the worst, the treats, anything of the sort. I'm going to throw one out there while you think. Now, Dave, you talked about in NDG, it was great because of the candy. Where I grew up in Prévost, Quebec, there was the casse-croûte that everybody absolutely loved. Halloween was their final night of operation before they would close for the season. They gave out to every trick-or-treater a cold drink, a little bag of chips, and a steamy for Halloween. Free hot dogs at Halloween. You come, you bring a different mask, you'll get another steamy.
That's awesome.
you
Wow.
can't beat them.
Yeah, but you know what? It's not a competition. Do we have any omissions that we want to throw out here? Things that
I
we
just have
left
to
off.
say your steamy made me think that I think I might like hot dogs in the fall.
I love hot dogs in the fall. I love hot dogs all year round. Maybe
Anybody,
hot dogs are a Halloween treat.
anybody ever go
I feel
trick?
like it's right. It's
Awesome.
better than summer. Sorry, go
No,
ahead.
No,
Dave.
I interrupted. I apologize, everybody. I'd like
It's
to.
Dave's thing on the show.
Yeah, I'm sort of the interruptor on the show.
Sorry.
Has anybody ever gone like trick or treated at a pharmacy or something like that?
Oh yeah, you go to a
Yes.
store and they'll like
Yeah.
the panners would give stuff out.
Yeah.
Yeah, or
They
like
had
chocolate too.
My sister won a Halloween coloring contest one year.
Nerd.
Oh, what'd she win?
She won a big, fluffy dog stuffed animal.
Oh,
So not Halloween
It
candy.
had nothing to do with Halloween, really, but it was a Halloween contest. I was jealous because I also drew the dog, but her skills were better than mine.
Yeah, but who's won in the long run?
Oh, me by a mile.
Yeah. Okay. Any other things we want to contribute here? Whether it's part of the topic of discussion or just general Halloween trick or treating memories, Monika.
One that just came to mind that I would like to add to the worst Halloween candy list is Eat More.
Oh, I love
oh
Eat
yeah,
More's.
worst. No,
I
I'm with
love Eat
Monika.
More's. Now this came up last year on the worst list. Eat More's, the Big Turk, the Cherry Blossom.
I've got a couple of things to add.
I love Eat More's. Dave.
Briefly touched upon, but not really discussed, is Tootsie Pops, not Tootsie
Yeah.
Rolls. With the infamous commercial with the owl, how many licks does it take to get to the center?
1, 2, 3. Crunch.
That's it, yeah. And then Jolly Ranchers. I feel you would get like individual wrapped Jolly Ranchers or Jolly Rancher Pops.
Yeah, I don't like Jolly Ranchers either.
No.
Jess,
Meh.
how about you? Any final additions to any category at all, or trick or treating memories?
So it's not trick or treating, but it's Halloween treats.
You're making me nervous here.
Did anyone eat the Count Chocula cereal at Halloween time?
That's a great question. Count Chocula was not a thing in Quebec.
Oh, really?
I thought it existed.
Maybe it didn't exist where I grew up. There's no Count Chocula at all.
My parents wouldn't let me have cereal
Same.
that was too sugary.
Me too. I would've
Breakfast is
loved
the
that.
most important meal of the day. You can't be eating such a scary cereal.
Yeah.
Not scary because it's got the vampire on it. It's because of the sugar intake.
Yes.
That's Dave's dad. Monika.
Sorry, I'm blabbing a lot here. Feel free to cut it out.
Panel. Do as you wish, Monika.
I have a memory.
We're gonna cut you out.
I have a memory, and I'm like, was this at Halloween? I don't know what they're called, but they were about this size, a circle.
Whoa.
Chocolate.
Hello.
Oh my God. Wow, it's gonna be a pleasurable Halloween. That's quite a revolution.
Anyway, chocolate covered little circle, but in it you bite and it was like light, crunchy, and I can't remember what it was called.
Sounds like a peppermint patty.
No, it's not chocolate. It was crunchy, and I didn't really like
Was
them.
it like
but
a
was
Malteser?
desperate. I
Or...
think Jess knows. Jess knows, right?
Oh, sorry.
Ariel, do you know it?
And a separate.
Was it a chocolate ball with a crunchy inside?
Yes, but it wasn't.
It sounds like a Malteser.
Is that what it was? I can't remember the name, but I'm distinctly remembering not really liking them. But if I
It tastes like mothballs.
kind of.
I like those. I know.
Yeah.
I think that there's another brand that maybe was central to Canada. I can't remember the name. I think the packaging was red.
Thanks, Monica. Jess left.
I had to get something. So I had a last year I ordered something online from this horror merch site that did like a Halloween spook bag of goodies. So it was like a horror t-shirt, a bunch of like merchandise and everything, and then they threw in a bunch of candy, and they threw in this, and I've never seen this before, but it made me laugh. It's fangs with fake blood candy.
Oh yeah, there's all those kind of. Those are very much there's a lot of crappy Dollarama candy where it's like jelly fangs and things like that. And I just want to backtrack for a second, Monica. I think the Canadian brand of the item you were talking about were called Whoppers.
Oh, that's it.
The Whopper,
Yes.
yeah.
And in my head, I was like, "Is it Whopper?" Literally, and I was like, "That's
Yeah.
McDonald's."
It's also not McDonald's.
Burger King.
Burger King, yeah. Now, Jess, any temptation at all, Jess, to eat those fangs and blood?
No, the fangs are plastic. And the blood looks like it would be really sweet and gross.
You don't want to try it live on the show right now?
Yeah.
Jess,
An unboxing.
Jess.
I can't.
Now, Jess, what if this isn't vegan?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Uh-oh.
I mean, it's most certainly not.
You don't have to swallow.
Well, it's blood.
Oh my God.
Monica is really embracing her Halloween costume right now.
Guys, that's who I am for Halloween. For
They
this-
glow in the dark.
Nice. They're awesome. They're so awesome. Can you taste the candy? Is
Oh,
it really?
Yeah,
You
but
just perished.
remember, you don't have to swallow.
Yeah.
I want to know what it tasted like. Oh, that's the blood. It's separate. Okay.
Looks good.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
What does it taste like?
Blood bites.
You know, it tastes like an oozing candy blood bag.
Oh, sounds awesome.
But it-
Mm.
Oh, apparently it's watermelon flavored.
Oh, one of the
Oh.
worst candy flavors.
Yeah.
Now, before we call it a night, any final thoughts on this Tricks, Treats, and Sweets panel? Much like last year's Choctober, this flew by. If there's any omissions, don't be shy to let us know in the chat or future episodes. Final thoughts from our panel. Monica, let's start with you.
I just want to say you didn't mention tricks was at all a topic for this show. I think
Yeah, that's true. Basically, what I needed to do, because we knew it needed to be about sweets, so it was mostly just about
Right.
the rhyme.
Right. So
So
that's
the-
a small. I have a small beat.
But you know what? The month is just beginning. There might be an entire night talking about tricks. Yeah.
I like that.
I would also just like to point out that the music officially ended.
Okay, so it's perfect timing that we're wrapping this up. Dave, final thoughts on this panel of tricks, treats, and sweets.
You know, I was a little intimidated coming into this panel, but it was very inviting, and I had a great time.
Awesome. Ariel, let's go to you. You're decked out. You're full of COVID. Thoughts?
This was the best day of my life.
All right. Jess, final words from you as you've got the Dracula fangs.
You know, James, I just want to say I really appreciate you.
It's
And
a
I
problematic voice.
appreciate you inviting me on the show.
Well, it's the one time of year where you actively look forward to being on the show. We did it. It's our Tricks, Treats, and Sweets panel. We're going to be back next Monday, as we do every year at this time of year, celebrate Canadian Thanksgiving. And there's going to be a spooky twist, I'm sure. For Jess, for Ariel, for Monika, and Dave, let's round it out.
One last thing to say. I couldn't set up the thanks for watching screen, so we're going to have to wave again.
Which I suspected was the case, even though, yeah, since the panels are so little, we're all going to have to really wave like this. And I don't like the way that it looks. So for everyone on tonight's panel, I'm James. You are you. We were here. Good night, goodbye, farewell, and be well.
Bye.
Boo!
This is like that moment in Girl at the end.